the reason we went with Sage, because they'd considered the team and looking after them and caring for them. So my payouts finished after 2 years. They all got paid out after 3 years. So it was considered and just really smart as well, because of that delta, exactly what you've just described there, John, that, you know, they're really smart people, that they've done this many times before and they want this to work. So I think that was the successful side of things. Where I think that the challenge came was that we were a team with a mission, and I was leading that mission, and then Heather was the ops director, and then we had a North Star. Everyone had a North Star, okay, which was the service of our customers and the impact of our existing customers. Where I think the challenge arose was, and it was natural, but the team got split out into different silos. So Heather actually got made redundant after the first year. And it was all cool. It was all a good situation. Like there was just no need for her to lead the team anymore, because what happened was that the devs got rolled into the development team, and customer service got rolled into the customer service team. So now everyone's now got their new masters, but the main mission of the business, the magic, kind of somehow I do think got lost to a degree. And it's kind of the fluid in between everything that you can't define, that when you kind of pop the balloon and you break the parts out, there's something there that's not definable, that it was greater than the sum of its parts effectively. And the other thing I think that happens in that scenario is, so if I give you an example, in terms of customer support, it was a SaaS product, but we had multiple channels of support. So you could raise a ticket, you could email, we had a community, and we had a phone line, right? We're the only SaaS business with you could actually call up. And we had an outside source call center, but they were so friendly. They'd take a message and then we'd call you back. But on the phone, we'd actually ring you within like a couple of hours, right? But it was a great selling point. And when we were at exhibitions and at events, people would recommend us, saying, oh, their support is amazing. You can even call them. Like, it was so good, right? Massively inefficient, but fantastic from a marketing point of view. The issue then, though, is when you silo that business out into different teams, and now you've got customer support answerable to a customer support manager who has customer support metrics, which is how do we manage customer support tickets as efficiently as possible? A phone call is not efficient, so it gets turned off. We get rid of the phone line. It's not an efficient way. Well, let's bring everything into support tickets, which makes perfect sense. I get it. But however, that team isn't thinking, but marketing is sat there going, well, hang on a minute. That's a really good marketing tool for us though. Like we bring in business because of that. Yo, we don't give a shit, because we don't care how you're doing on marketing. We've got our own goals to hit. So now everyone's hitting their own goals and being successful in their own silos, but the overall goal, the overall mission, and someone driving that forward just disappeared. And I think that was gold
this is such gold for our listeners, because unlike you, many of our listeners will need to sign on for an earnout where their future payments will be at risk achieving a goal, usually as a division of that company. So unlike you, they'd be like, okay, we got to hit this milestone. And when you start to mess with the secret sauce, in your case, the phone number, that was really a marketing ploy, that it seems like such a subtle difference. But if you are part of a large company and they say, drop the phone number, and by the way, these developers are not going to report to these people, and the marketing people are going to report into some regional VP over here, all of a sudden your ability to achieve your earnout goes away. You did it smart, and it's not always possible for all of our listeners because they run service companies, et cetera, but you did an quote, again, air quotes, earnout. It was not contingent on the performance of the company. It was contingent on you staying employed. And that's, if you can get it, great. But if you're going into an earnout, understanding what is the intention for this business as a division of the company that's acquiring, are you going to break it up into pieces and lose the, as you described, the kind of the subtleties that make it so exciting and so powerful. So such a great lesson for our listeners for sure.